this is the Frank again with another ASMR Skyrim. And in this journey, our hero will search for the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Story tells that while exploring the wild, our hero stepped into the cold water and felt he was freezing. So he decided to start a fire, and with his trembling hands he smashed rock on rock and over driest wood, waiting for the flames to appear. And finally smoke showed up, and a fire was born. Crackling and roaring it was, and our hero and his friends were standing around it, telling stories of the old times, of the old heroes, Dragonborns, kings and emperors that were long since past, but with their memory still living in the hearts of the people of Skyrim, of Norn itself, whether those were high elves or wood elves, men, giants, Khajiit, or even dragons. Indeed, dragons had legends too, of Partunax, the leader of the Greybeards, or of Alduin, the World Eater. After many stories of the old times, our heroes finally reached the story of Jurgen Windcaller, the founder of the Greybeards and of High Hrothgar itself. And it is said that Jurgen was also called the Call, for he had meditated for 7 years and then returned, and the 17 disputants could not overthrow him. Jurgen Windcaller founded his home on the throat of the world. And after telling this story, our hero rose to his feet and said that it was time to go. They fought a troll of the wilds. Our hero was shooting his bow, and finally with one arrow cracked his head. Rambling through the high trees, through the snowy hills, and covered by the beautiful starry night, our hero and his companions were searching for the grave of Ostengrav. But first, they saw something in the distance. It was burning. A house that was torched. Of course, this was the hand of a dragon. By the looks of it, everyone here perished. It took some gold and a scroll from a chest. Checked everything else and decided that there was nothing more to be found here in this forsaken place. He and his friends, Serana and Lydia, left and journeyed through those beautiful hills, jumped on rocks, through the trees, and finally saw the grave, the dragon burial chamber. And here there were some mages, it seemed, fighting, and a barbarian. No, it was a berserker. Oh, how sturdy he was, striking with his hammer. But he perished nevertheless, and our hero descended into the tomb, stepping on long-forgotten bones. He drew out his sword and lit a torch and advanced. He saw movement ahead. There were mages here, mages doing their dreadful work, no doubt. Went forward, only to hack the throat of one of them. He found the others dead already by the spells and the weapons of his companions. He took whatever weapons and equipment those bandits and mages had on them, and then raced forward through the depths where no doubt more peril awaited. And he found more mages, skeletons and draugrs fighting each other in a strange but beastly way. He obliterated all of them. Then, walking through the tomb, he found some urns, broken or intact, but still empty, and there was was a secret door, no doubt, and a chest full of gold. And what was there? Oh, another gold purse. And the road ahead showed more Draugrs. Dastardly fleeing, cowardly Draugrs, exploding in flames. Our hero looked from above, seeing another one, but nevertheless he didn't care, for there was no Draugr that could beat him. His followers reached him, checked another chest, found more gold potions, and crossed the bridge. Then entered a chamber, walked ahead and down the steps, picked another gold purse from the bones, and entered the Ostengrav depths. Here it was, a large chamber.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
Nobody has.
I knew it was something.
This place was full of more Draugrs, more creatures of the night that respawned, only to die and explode again. Our hero felt like he was walking in circles. He felt tired, but nevertheless he wanted to reach his objective. And more Draugrs were coming up, respawning. Our hero hacked and slashed one of them, then continued his way down through a mess hall. Everything here seemed left as it once was, when people were still alive. Strange enough, there was food here, and drinks and potions, but our hero remembered that there were those mages that lived in this forsaken place, and maybe they left the gold in those chests. He picked some food from the tables. He always could use some more horker leaves or either cheese wheels. He didn't want to remain without food, nor his followers. Even though Serana was a vampire, she still enjoyed food. Of course, course not like any mortal did. Our hero felt lost through those labyrinthic caves, pushed a handle, then pushed it again. The same door opened and closed, then opened again. He lit another torch, then checked and saw a Draugr rising and falling.
Where'd you come from?
Another one bit the dust. And our hero raced forward relentlessly, reaching the upper side of
Who's
an
there?
immense cave, killed a skeleton, or it is improper said that he killed it because it was already dead. Everything here was already dead. All those were corpses reanimated by dark necromancer forces.
Who's there?
More of those were respawning. A fire was burning upstairs, and our hero saw a ward wall down at the bottom of the cave beside a lake and what it seemed to be a waterfall. This was a forgotten place, but it was on his path, the path of the Dragonborn. He approached and he learned a new word of power: fate become ethereal. He felt stronger than ever, but at last decided to put his bedroll on the bottom of the cave, for he was feeling weary. He laid down and looked up. Then he fell asleep. For many hours, dreaming strange, mythical
Depending on who's
things.
be safe there.
He drank water and rose, packed up his bedroll, then went into the water and behind the waterfall, only to find another chest. And of course a Draugr showed up. He lit up a torch and slayed the beast alongside Lydia. That one exploded and he leveled up. Upgraded his Savage Strike skill. That was indeed very useful. He checked the chest only to find a black soul gem, more gold, arrows, and a dwarven bow. No, he didn't need it. A dagger, but some more gold. passed again through the waterfall, looked into the water, and decided that it was time to leave this place because it had fulfilled its purpose to learn the word of power. He rambled around and around, destroying one more skeleton, seeking through an ash pile,
Who's there?
then reaching for more skeletons, and through the flames he passed. He looked around, trying to understand which way he needed to go. Oh, those flames were indeed tremendous. There was a bridge ahead, but no, he wanted to go through those caves, found some garnets and rubies and a soul gem. Then rambled more and more. Another skeleton, or maybe a Draugr, respawned. With one strike of his sword, he obliterated it, checked a chest and found some gold.
I knew I heard something.
More Draugrs died,
That'll teach you.
and our hero finally went crossing the bridge, reaching a chamber with some strange stones. He couldn't yet concentrate on those. Oh, they were coming to life as he stepped near them. Yes, more skeletons were coming back to life, or back to the not life. He jumped back down and checked the stones again.
Where'd you come from?
Those skeletons were making him crazy and angry. He couldn't stand them anymore. He looked around, only to see that there was no one left. Oh. And finally he understood that he had to pass through that gate.
That'll teach you.
He got ready, then shouted, "Wood!" He passed through the open gates, then went up the steps. He found those flaming floor tiles. He hesitated, then pushed forward, got burned, and through a corridor he reached a larger chamber where there was a spider and a giant frostbite spider which seeked to poison him. So he ran through the flames, but he finally got back. In that chamber found that spider, killed by his followers, slashed through its web and found a wooden door. Opening it, he saw a gate. He went on activating its chain and was surprised that nothing pierced his skull or his chest, but maybe ahead was a trap. While he raced ahead, giant stone monoliths rised from the water, and reaching the shrine ahead, he was surprised again. In the place of the horn, there was a note. Dragonborn, I need to speak to you urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, and I'll meet you. Signed, a friend. How peculiar this was. Who in the world got here before him? In the back chamber he found a large chest that contained some gauntlets, gold, shields, gems, and a necklace of alchemy. Oh, and a reverend hunting bow, full of riches and more gold. More gold on the ground. He checked the urns and found the riches he waited for, then went up ahead to the left and through a tunnel he finally found a door that led to a lever. His followers were not coming. He pulled the lever and a secret door opened. Oh, he was here before. It was the secret door he had discovered earlier. And no doubt he could get right out of this place right now. Yes, he got out of the tomb and was amazed by the aurora borealis covering the skies. He was the Dragonborn. But look, somebody tricked him. And while contemplating the skies, he realized that he had no other way but to get to Riverwood and meet with the thief of the horn. Our hero and his companions traveled the entire night, and the next day at noon they were in Riverwood. So they entered the Sleeping Giant Inn.
What do you want? Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take
Started looking for the thief.
This is a local favorite.
Who was it? How was that one looking?
Oh, there
Was it human? Was it elf?
You're that visitor been poking around.
I'd like to rent the attic room.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
Obviously, without anything else to do, our hero went to that room and slept.
So you're the Dragonborn I'm hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Sleepy and surprised, our hero followed the strange lady into the other room.
Close the door.
But what was the purpose of closing the door with so many other people around?
Now we can talk.
She had opened a secret passage through the dresser and invited the Dragonborn to come with her. What was all this? Our hero asked himself.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
So you are the one who took the horn.
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
But what's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
But what do you want with me? The Dragonborn asked.
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn.
Then why did you take the horn from Ostengrav?
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
And indeed, our hero needed to get back to the Greybeards and return the horn, making haste on the 7,000 steps to get to High Hrothgar. The Dragonborn was still thinking of the strange things that were happening around him. Those were indeed perilous times. But he needed to keep to the task at hand. He went through the ancient corridors of Hrothgar, searching for Arngeir. And when he finally found him, he handed over the horn.
Ah, you've retrieved the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. Da. With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Master Wolfgar will now give you his knowledge of Da.
Absorbing another word of power.
You have completed your training, Dragonborn. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Ingra crossis saran, strundul, oth ibala, do, ran, now. tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed, High Hrothgar is open to you. Dovahkiin.
So, with this tremendous knowledge, our hero went out of High Hrothgar and read the final emblem once more. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. So, my dear lads, this was the last part of Act 1 of the main quest line in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I will be waiting for you on another ASMR journey. Until then, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and may the voice be with you.